I think we're getting down to our last few relationship missions and final quest. And the last spell that I need to get. So I'm gonna jump into that first.
Sebastian has gone too far. You saw what lies in the catacomb. I cannot stay here.
Wait, Anne, please.
Ominous. He was willing to put the whole hamlet and himself in danger on the chance that some old relic could help to heal me. I'm sorry, Ominous. Make sure he's all right, will you?
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, I can't save her.
I received your owl. Where's Sebastian?
Inside the catacomb. Frankly, I was surprised you weren't with him.
Ominous,
Stop. You swore you wouldn't let Sebastian take this one step further. Yet here we are.
How am I supposed to tell him what to do?
He won't listen to reason.
I should have stopped him before. Sebastian's in real trouble now. I'm going back into the catacomb to find him. Anne's right. He and the entire hamlet are in danger. The place is crawling with Inferi.
Inferi? What are you talking about?
You'll see. We need to hurry. Sebastian must not be in his right mind.
Well, I know how to deal with him.
Where was Sebastian when you and Anne found him?
Just ahead, in the great room.
That made no sense.
Let me answer.
It's like you have never faced an Inferi before. They're gone, right?
Revelio.
Ah, spider still.
Confringo. Potato. Stupid one. Accio. Confringo. Leviosa. Capendo. And there's no sign of Sebastian.
I mean, if I stay up here...
Accio.
I can't really do... Never mind.
Confringo. Accio. Fringo. Potato.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt. I gotta light them on fire first. Ah, messed up. That didn't do that. So if they're on fire, I think it turns red. Yeah. There was no motion for that. Okay, one left, I think. Two left. Four left. Never mind. That's fine. Does Bombarda do the same? No, it takes fire. Just have you in place and take you out.
Hold on a moment. I was so worried about Sebastian, I didn't even realize. Anne's gone to
There's
get
one
Sora.
behind you.
When she first saw the Inferi, she thought Sebastian was being attacked. But then he showed her the relic and
We're not
said he'd
safe.
learned how to use it.
The carvings on the relic were Inferi, and Sebastian somehow created them.
Not exactly. He's controlling them. This is powerful dark magic. Creating Inferi is incredibly difficult, but controlling them... As Anne and I frantically barricaded the Inferi to keep them from escaping, Sebastian kept mumbling about healing Anne. When Anne said she couldn't stay here, I didn't realize what she meant.
Solomon threatened to go to the headmaster if he heard of Sebastian dealing with dark magic.
I need to get to Hogwarts. I must get to Professor Black first. Twist the story a bit, make him think it's a family fight. I'll be back as soon as I can. See if you can talk some sense into Sebastian. Be careful.
If you say so. Did you not look down there? They're waiting for me. I wonder if this
How many
works.
Inferi are there?
Yep.
Totalis.
There he is. He's just chilling. No, that's not what I meant. Maybe I need to do it right here.
There's Sebastian.
Does he see me? Yeah, he has to see me. Can I take them out or... No, I can't.
Isn't this incredible?
No, Sebastian, you've actually gone too far this time.
Sebastian,
I told you, the relic is the answer. I've been trying to reverse the dark magic that injured Anne, but this will allow me to control it. Just as I can control the Inferi.
control. I had to fight the Inferi all the way.
What have the two of you done?
I shouldn't be included in
Accio
this.
relic.
The relic!
Maybe he should have waited until they all
Pay for this.
disappeared. Who am I fighting? Why am I fighting him?
That relic was going to save Anne.
Leviosa.
Stupid one.
If I use a curse on him. No, I'm not going to do that.
Stupid one.
Ah, this is my curse sheet. I'm not going to use any curses on him. He's almost gone. What is this actually going to do? Is this going to kill him?
She cannot be healed, Sebastian. You must stop.
I won't let her suffer. The Kedavra!
Yeah, he kind of went too far on that one. Actually, there's no kind. He went too far. Wish my incendio worked like that.
No!
You've made your choice.
Oh, Anne. What have you done?
What have you done?
I must get out of here.
can't let him leave.
What does that mean?
Sebastian, wait!
What is it?
You ignored me the whole way here.
Why wouldn't you stop? I was calling after you.
Anne won't survive this. She's withering away, inside and out. Solomon's never been there for us, not really. He gave up on Anne. I'll never give up on her. You saw him, didn't you? He was going to ruin her life. He attacked us. I had to use the killing curse. You know I did. If I hadn't known how to cast it.
Oh, is this gonna stop me from learning it?
You went too far, Sebastian.
I can't think right now. I need to leave. I can't stay here. I need to find Ominous.
Sebastian.
Please, I'm not myself right now. Let's meet later at the Undercroft, all right?
I might have messed up that spell. Oh no. I think I locked myself out of it. I don't agree, but...
He did attack us. You had no choice. It was brave, Sebastian. You clearly care more about Anne than your uncle ever did.
I knew you'd understand. I did do the right thing.
You did. I would have done the same. If I knew how.
I could teach you.
No time like the present.
The killing curse won't be easy to master. As with all unforgivables, you have to mean it.
Oh, and he meant it.
Hold your wand steady. Focus. The incantation is Avada Kedavra. Your intention must be clear. I can't stay here. I need to find Ominous.
Sebastian.
Please, I'm not myself right now. Let's meet later at the Undercroft, all right?
Oh, I learned the story. I learned the spell just to have it. I think this is Natty's last mission too. Let's go ahead and see her.
Are you ready to finish Harlow?
I'm ready to finish Harlow once and for all. What is your plan?
I received an owl from Mrs. Bickle. She wondered if we were having any luck going after Harlow. Suggested we could gather evidence from a friend near Manor Cape.
But she warned us to stay out of it. Was rather adamant about it.
Precisely.
Harlow knows that we saved Archie, and that we rescued Mr. Rabe. The letter didn't come from Mrs. Bickle, did it?
I do not believe it did. Harlow intends to ambush us.
But now we have the upper hand. We can prepare.
We are stronger than Harlow, and he knows it. That's why he's resorting to this sort of trickery. We must go.
Natty, I really don't want you to be here for it because I don't want to risk you. I almost thought I was going to have to kill Sebastian.
Agreed. Let's finish this.
Brilliant. Harlow's reign ends today.
Perhaps we ought to inform Officer Singer of our plans.
I already sent her an owl to let her know that we were following a lead given to us by Mrs. Bickle.
Are you concerned she might tell your mother?
Indeed she will, but so be it. I am tired of hiding it from her. My mother needs to understand that I will not be safe from the Ashwinders until everyone is. I shall pursue them until they are finished, and I think she knows that. As do you.
That I do.
Keep an eye out. Harlow is likely around here somewhere. I sense he is close.
Where is he?
I
Well, I
do
already
not
know they're inferior
Should
here.
look around.
Cannibal children, walk right into our trap.
Ashwinders, we were right.
Why are you yelling? We're invisible.
I remember my father's people this time. It seems now they're upon me, they tell quite a different story. Some
Nope. Into a barrel. Thing is, there's no friendly fire in this. Only reason why you're alive is because you have a shield. I was definitely trying to aim at the other person. Okay, is it just that one left?
Little Nat Sioni, innit? And her excruciatingly loyal companion. You two have done quite a bit of damage to my business interests. But I must grudgingly give you some credit. What was once a mere annoyance has become remarkably problematic. Fortunately, I pride myself on my problem-solving skills.
Use Mandrake, I can do that. Oh, that's not what I meant to do, but I did it. You got like one hit off on me, so you can't really talk about fighting. Where is he? So, I'm really stopping myself.
Ah, there you are.
Because I really could. I could end him right now. Get on my way. Okay, y'all need to. Y'all need to. Try not to use my magic. I say my magic. I'm talking about my most powerful spell. I'm really trying. He's almost gone. I don't need to use it. away. Okay. Where'd he go? I wish I could teleport during fights. Actually, I think I can. Wasn't that like a power up? Also, why would I try to kill him easy when I can just keep throwing barrels at him?
We want to see now. Must we prolong this?
Okay, where are you? It's like one hit, and she got it. I was about to say, he didn't blow up like Brookwood.
No!
She's not dead, is she? Does Crucio kill? I knew Natty was gonna die. She better just be hurt. I casted that on Sebastian. Okay, she's moving.
Are you sure you are up for a visitor?
Yes, Mother.
Why you pass out like that?
Fine, and it will do me good to see my friend.
Very well. But do not overdo it, Natsai.
I know, Mother.
And why does my character never save anybody? He got locked out,
It is
and
good to see you, my friend.
just watch that spell. And then, I mean, my back was turned to Natty, but I should have used something. I could have like turned him into stone or something so he couldn't cast anymore. Maybe something. I mean, Rockwood just exploded. I should have made sure that happened.
I'm glad to see you're doing so well.
I am doing better than it appears. I am only here because my mother insisted, just to be safe. I was relieved when she told me that you were all right.
What on earth possessed you to do something like that?
I don't know, but what other choice did I have? You were in danger.
I'm sorry, Natty. It's my fault you got hurt.
What? No. Do not blame yourself for this. The moment that I saw Harlow aim his wand at you, well...
You kind of seen any similarities in your story?
You quickly made the choice to protect me.
I did what I had to, and I would do it again. I could not simply stand there and let you get hurt.
Then I shouldn't feel guilty.
Of course not. There was nothing that you... Oh my... I cannot believe that it took me this long to see it. He made a choice based on instinct. My father, you, my friend, are no more to blame for my injuries today than I am to blame for my father's sacrifice years ago.
From what I know of him, it seems there's a lot of your father in you.
That's very kind of you to say. I hope that you are right. This has all been a bit much, hasn't it? Taking down Harlow and the rest of Rookwood's lot. But we have done it. Rookwood is dead, Harlow is on his way to Azkaban, and the rest of them are on the run. A few of the dregs will still be about, fighting for their lost cause. But Rookwood's enterprise has fallen apart.
Everything is safer now because of us. Because of you.
Thank you, but we make a formidable team. You, my fellow traveler, have enriched my time at Hogwarts beyond anything I could have imagined. Thank you. I believe your friendship to be one of the most important in my life. Thank you for coming to visit me. It is always good to see you.
Well, Crucio doesn't kill, right? It just does a whole lot of pain. No, it just does a whole lot of pain in like that moment. Cause the enemies to writhe in pain as they take damage over time. Yeah, I think it's like the most pain you can ever feel in a moment. So she'll be okay. But she scared me. I didn't like the way her eyes were open. She looked dead. Don't die on me. Sebastian might. And I'm not saying I'm gonna kill Sebastian. I'm saying he might just... I don't know what Sebastian's gonna do. That's the problem.
She's devastated. She just buried your uncle alone.
I did it for her.
Sebastian, Anne can't bear the thought of turning you in, but
What?
All these
Turn me
awkward
in?
conversations.
She saw what happened.
I'll give you some time to think, Sebastian.
Maybe I should give y'all some time.
Turn me in.
Sebastian.
Did you hear that? You saw what happened. I never wanted to hurt my uncle.
I know.
I can't believe he's gone. How did things go so wrong? I didn't mean it. I didn't mean to... Oh,
You did
Anne,
mean it.
I was only trying to help.
You need to mean the
Can't leave
spell
now.
to cast
Anne needs
it.
me more than ever. You understand. You can talk to Ominous. Make him understand. He listens to you. I need to be with Anne.
I don't know what to do, Sebastian.
You don't know. You do know. Anne has no one. I regret everything I did. I know what I did was wrong. I only hope she can forgive me. That everyone can forgive me. No matter what happens from here. I'm glad we met.
Poor Sebastian.
I don't know what to do.
Ominous?
What a mess. I can't believe it. After I last saw you, I went straight to Hogwarts. Before I had time to talk to Black, I heard from Anne. I rushed to Feldcroft and found her with Solomon's body. She was beside herself with grief. Part of her wants Sebastian to face the consequences, another part can't bear the thought of it. I don't want to lose Sebastian, but I don't think we have a choice.
Sebastian. I should have saved before I did this. Sebastian.
We do have a choice. What good will it do to turn him in now?
We've both heard that before.
But we also need to think about Anne. She's lost her health, now she's lost her uncle. Do you really want to take her brother away from her too?
I understand what you're saying. Perhaps you're right. As much as I believe that Sebastian should pay for his actions, we'd only be punishing Anne as well. I hope we're doing the right thing. I'll talk to Anne. If it comes from me, she'll agree with this decision.
Thank you, Ominous. You're a good friend.
Whatever lies ahead, we must face it together. That I know.
Is it because I'm a Ravenclaw that I don't have a Ravenclaw companion? Because if it's not, then I'm kind of disappointed. Where is my Ravenclaw companion? I thought Amit was going to be one, but he appeared in the main story once, and then he gave me his telescope. But I wanted more. Unless I just didn't talk to my companion. Is that what happened?
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she alright?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's alright. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
The Snidget was used before the Golden Snitch.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it. I'll let you know as soon as I have a plan.
I hope you let me know soon. But I really hate spiders.
Well, that's taken care of.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
Surprise for who?
I'm not sure about this. I can't imagine they're fond of being surprised.
We don't have a choice if we want to help the Snidgets. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
That's right. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure it'll all be fun.
That cutscene should have came faster, but... Are they... Yeah, no, they're circling me. Okay, us.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never! We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Maybe tell them while we're here?
Be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continues to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here
spider.
unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden
I...
Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them.
Why
They know
didn't
that the
she say
key to
that
finding
before?
them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means yet. Please help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I mean, how big is this moonstone?
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
Looks rather dark in there. Never stopped me before.
You made it.
Of course I made it.
I take it this means you had some luck at the library?
It took a few hours and some eye-watering maps, but I think this might be the cave Doran told us about.
Impressive. Especially with how little information he gave us.
Well, I'm still not sure this is the cave, but it did seem the most promising. I stumbled across some folklore about a cave in the area that people avoid. Seemed the perfect place to hide something of value. It's a bit of a leap, I confess, but might a mysterious item such as a special moonstone be hidden in an equally mysterious cave? I think I'm desperate for anything at this point.
Well, we're here. We might as well have a look.
Agreed. I wonder if you'd go blind from staring directly at a moonstone.
Hope not. What's down here, like spiders?
You don't think the rumors about the cave are true, do you?
I suppose
Spiders.
we'll find out, won't we?
Well, bother.
It's another aggressive
Oh.
one.
Hope that doesn't work.
Don't bother.
That's gonna take some practice.
Expelliarmus. Flipendo.
Actually,
What is going on with them?
I don't know. Wait, does she use? She uses the herbology stuff too.
Well, bother.
Oh, this is the right way to go.
If the moonstone is here and so are Whoopers, I wonder if it's being protected.
Oh, okay. It's one of those puzzles again. So if I want to do that, then I can do the circles.
Why am I not surprised? First the Whoopers and now this.
Nothing really in there. Okay, so now the water symbol and infinity symbol.
We need to find moths for for those spinners?
Lumos.
Lumos!
Next one is infinity circles.
Accio.
And then water circles.
Lumos.
Lumos! Another obstacle.
You could help me.
No matter. I'm sure we can work out a way across.
Okay, so there's another butterfly somewhere. It looks like there are two.
Lumos.
Lumos!
Never mind. If I had known, I could just use these. Now to figure out what they do. Okay, let's see what that does. What does this one do? Wait, does this bridge not... If this bridge doesn't go down, then...
Lumos.
Merlin, it's
Nope.
beautiful.
Actually, give me that back. You coming? Okay.
You did it!
It'd be nice if there were electricity spells. These and water. Hope she got that.
Look, where the water's bubbling. How odd.
Should we take a closer look?
You read my mind.
I guess. Let's go.
Merlin, it's even more beautiful close up. It's got to be here. I just know it.
This very journey to the center of the earth.
Given what swoopers are known to do, I never thought I'd be so happy to see this many of them.
I don't know. I've been listening to them for a while now, and I'm just starting to lose my mind.
Very funny. I was just thinking how it's proof that poachers haven't been here, assuming this is where the Moonstone is. Which means we're one step ahead of them.
Oh,
We found it.
we still had to go back.
Staring. Well, we found what we came for. Now we just need to bring it to the henge.
I don't see why they wouldn't follow us here.
Well done, Poppy. This did end up being the right cave after all.
A good thing, too. We need every advantage over the poachers if we're to get to the Snidgets first. We should do as Doran suggested and bring the Moonstone to the henge.
Shall we?
We shall. If we leave now, we should make it there by nightfall. That's the henge, precisely where Doran said it would be. But now that we're here, I'm not entirely sure how to feel. We knew we were at the cave for the Moonstone, but Doran didn't tell us what to expect when we placed the stone in the henge.
I don't think it's going to be dangerous. Well, yes, I do think it's going to be dangerous.
Whatever it is, it had better have to do with Snidgets.
The clock is ticking in that regard, isn't it? Let's make our way down. We're nearly at the end of this. I think that's it over there.
I mean, why wouldn't they be protected?
Gran understands how important it is to protect those who need it.
I'm gonna need you to keep up.
I think we can safely say we know where the Moonstone goes.
I think poachers are gonna show up.
Whoa!
Oh. That was a mooncalf dance. Do you know how rare it is to see even one? They only ever happen under a full moon. Though I suppose the Moonstone allowed it to happen now.
Is the pattern they left behind on the ground normal?
All part of the dance. No one pattern is ever the same, though. We'll need to draw this one to get a better sense of it. Can't wait to tell Gran that I've managed to see not one, but 2 mooncalf dances. She'll be jealous.
You've seen this before?
It was pure luck the first time. I was on Highwing, or I'd never have spotted it. It was the night Well, the night I met Highwing, actually,
If you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to.
I'd actually like you to know. About 5 years ago, Highwing had been captured by poachers. At first, they planned to sell her, but soon decided they wanted to kill her instead. More money, I suppose. I'd finally had enough. I freed Highwing and we ran. We'd flown for ages when I spotted mooncalves dancing below and we landed to watch them. It felt like an omen. A good one. A sign that the worst was over.
What do you mean you'd had enough and the worst was over?
You see, the night I freed Highwing was also the night I ran away from home. A poacher camp. I come from a family of poachers.
So, when you say your gran, is she actually your grandma?
Merlin? I don't know what to say, Poppy. I can't imagine what that must have been like for you.
I never fitted in, but the older I got, the more apparent it became. Gran tried for years to convince my parents to let me live with her. Suffice it to say, when I left with Highwing, I flew straight for her house.
How brave. I'm glad you escaped.
So am I. There were so many creatures I was unable to help when I was younger. Now that's all I want to do.
From everything I've seen, you're doing precisely that.
I've had a bit of help. I've never told anyone any of this, but I'm glad that you know. It's nice to have someone to talk about it with.
I'm glad you told me.
We should get back to Doran. He'll need to see the symbol, and we've got poachers to beat. If you collect the Moonstone, I can make a quick drawing of the symbol for Doran.
Are you finished with the drawing?
Just barely. I think the pattern's a bird.
That was kind of quick.
At least that's what it looks like.
Didn't the journal say the key to finding the Snidget lies in the moonlight?
Of course. That's it. We need to show this to Doran. Not that I'd know where to find him at this hour. Perhaps we should head back to the castle and we can track him down after a good night's sleep.
Agreed. I'm ready to leave if you are.